Let's take a look at the astrology from July 22nd through July 28th, 2024, and then talk a little bit about what kind of folk magic might we be able to do alongside with, or in order to help the energy that we may find ourselves in using folk magic. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the astrology throughout the week. We have a couple important transits, and fortunately, they're not too chaotic. In fact, they may help us find confidence and get more organized. And so with that, you can probably already assume which planets I'm talking about, or maybe even which signs. If you're thinking about the sun coming in Leo, as we can see, the sun enters into Leo. We can actually use our event navigator. On July 22nd, the sun will move into Leo and perfect that time where the sun is in the sun's domicile and ready to do all of the things that the sun is equipped to do. A planet in domicile has all of the resources they need to bring about their significations in the best way. So now we have the sun on this day. We actually jumped forward to the day that the sun right here comes into Leo. And so what we do notice though is, of course, at that 0 degree, as with everything, especially in the fixed signs right now, when a planet reaches the 0 degree of a fixed sign, they are going to have a conversation with Pluto. And it is going to be by what is considered a challenging aspect, either by opposition or by square. So if you are on the fixed axis and every couple of months you're noticing, oh my gosh, another thing is changing, I'm unearthing more information, that is kind of in line with what we're seeing here. Now, this time it is the opposition of Pluto. So this actually marks the halfway point of Pluto's retrograde. Pluto will eventually be moving. Actually, we can see this too. Pluto will be moving into Capricorn again around September 1st, and then come back out after Pluto turns direct November 19th to stay in Aquarius. Actually, we can see here all the way until 2043. So Pluto is just having that last hurrah of Capricorn this fall, and then we are going to have this Pluto in Aquarius stick around. So this is Pluto getting ready to pop back into Capricorn and opposing the sun as the sun comes into Leo to be in domicile. So this is really an activating time for us to really understand, especially thinking about the context of the house in your chart where Leo is, thinking about where you're gaining your confidence. Where are you stepping into that sunlight? Where are you gaining understanding and feeling drawn and compelled toward in that area of your life where you may now have a lot of clarity, and there may be something that helps you go to the next level with Pluto involved there as well. So the other thing that's happening this week is Mercury moving into the sign of both their domicile and exaltation. So this is really interesting for Mercury. On July 25th, Mercury will move to the 0 degree of Virgo, as we can see right up here. Mercury is both domicile and exalted in Virgo. So this is like Mercury's best, most functional place in the zodiac to be. And Mercury is going to hang out here for a little while before going retrograde in early August and popping back into Leo for a spell in mid-August, then coming back again once Mercury goes direct. So these are the degrees that will be retraced during that retrograde. We are in a pre-shadow. August 5th is when Mercury will go retrograde. And we can actually look at that retrograde right here so you can get the dates. So August 5th, Mercury will go retrograde. And then on August 28th, Mercury will go direct again. And in that time, Mercury on August 14th will go back into Leo. And then again, August 28th, go direct and come back into Virgo on September 9th. So that's the storyline of Mercury's retrograde coming up. So it's a great time to be thinking again in that same sign of Leo where the sun is now shedding light. What are some things that you're ready to revisit? What are some things that you're ready to revise? What are some things that you would feel more confident if you organized them a little bit better, or if you took some more time to be careful with the steps around them? These are great questions that would accommodate for both Mercury now saying, hey, I have the energy and the gumption to want to organize things. So thinking about where Virgo is in your chart, where are you organizing things in your life? Where do you feel compelled to make things just a little bit more efficient? And maybe where do you feel supported now to decrease some levels of anxiety because you feel like you have the resources you need in order to have the peace of mind to know that everything you need is with you. You are supported and you have all the resources that you need available to you. And so the other thing we want to keep in mind for this week is that around the July 27 mark, we have this last quarter moon occurring in Taurus. So you can see the moon is square the sun. The moon will catch up to the sun, which means it is waning, and it is halfway towards that after the full moon that we recently had, that full blue moon that we had in Capricorn. Now we are going to have our new moon in Leo. So, what can you do during a waning moon, which we will have throughout the week, and especially at the end of the week when the moon is exalted and waning? This is a great time to get rid of anything that feels like it is in your way, especially when the moon hits Taurus at the end of the week. What clutter is in my life, whether that's physical clutter, mental clutter, emotional clutter, and how can I move this out of my way so that I will have the peace, the space, the tangible form to be able to bring increase after that new moon occurs in Leo coming up. That new moon in Leo is going to be really great for the sun, of course, and I will be covering it for you as it happens next week. So I hope that you have a really great time. If you're thinking about other things that you can do with this waning moon, that would be shoring up any protections or charms that you may have on your house, your home, or anything that you are protecting. I have a lot of wards on my house. I will check on those. In the Modern School of Ancient Wisdom, we are learning about different charms that are great for general protection. So you can always join us there to learn more about that. I hope you feel safe. I hope you feel supported. And I hope that everything this week winds out in your favor so that you can unearth your deepest power and potential and realize how incredible you truly are, because I see it and I hope you will too.